Entire cities, gone without a trace. Temples older than the pyramids, buried on purpose. And civilizations so advanced, we still can't explain their technology. This isn't science fiction. These are real places, real cultures. And they vanished as if reality glitched. In this episode of iqbites, Mindbenders, we uncover 5 lost civilizations that defy everything we thought we knew about human history. Get ready, because once you've seen this, you'll never look at history the same way again. Number 5. Indus Valley Civilization. About 2800 BCE, somewhere in the northwestern region of South Asia, something remarkable was happening. A civilization was flourishing between the Indus River and its tributaries, encompassing parts of what is today Pakistan and northwest India. For centuries, they thrived, constructing massive cities with advanced urban planning. Their cities were laid out in grids, with carefully planned drainage systems and impressive public works. They developed sophisticated systems of water management, including indoor plumbing and sewage disposal, which remain unmatched in world history until modern times. This was long before Rome built its famed aqueducts. Their craftsmanship was equally astonishing. They created intricate jewelry and items from materials like gold, silver, and bronze. Trade flourished as they exchanged their goods with Mesopotamia, signifying their economic prowess. Yet despite their advancements, they left behind no written records, no historical accounts, no artifacts that could shed light on their language or culture. Their scripts are yet to be deciphered, and their language remains a mystery. But perhaps the most enigmatic aspect of the Indus Valley civilization is how and why they disappeared around 1900 BCE. Theories abound, with some attributing their decline to climate change, others to the drying up of the Saraswati River, while others point towards the arrival of nomadic tribes. However, their sudden and complete disappearance from historical records remains an enigma. What happened to their advanced cities? Where did their people go? Why did their culture, which had thrived for so long, simply vanish overnight? Number 4. The Olmec. In the remote jungles of ancient Mexico, a civilization arose that predated the Maya and the Aztec. Known as the Olmec, this society flourished around 1200 BCE and is considered the first advanced civilization in Mesoamerica. Despite their early start, little is known about them because they left no written history, and their monumental works, including the famous giant stone heads, have been subject to various interpretations. These colossal stone heads, some weighing over 50 tons, are among the most intriguing mysteries of the ancient world. But who exactly were these enigmatic people? The Olmec were pioneers in Mesoamerican culture, known for their distinctive art style, including the iconic rubber ball game depicted in many sculptures. They developed the first writing system in the region, although it remains undeciphered. What's particularly fascinating is that despite leaving no written records, evidence suggests that their society was complex and hierarchical. Recent research has revealed a vast network of raised causeways connecting major ceremonial centers, indicating a high level of organization. But just as mysteriously as they emerged, the Olmec disappeared around 400 BCE. Some scholars believe that prolonged droughts and resource depletion may have led to their decline. Others suggest that internal conflicts or pressure from migrating indigenous tribes could have contributed to their disappearance. What makes their disappearance even more perplexing is that there's no clear indication of their fate. Did they assimilate into other cultures? Were they wiped out by external forces, or did they simply abandon their settlements? Their legacy, however, lived on. Many of their artistic motifs, religious symbols, and even architectural styles were adopted and adapted by later Mesoamerican civilizations, most notably the Maya. Their influence can be seen in the art, religion, and culture of these subsequent societies, suggesting a profound and lasting impact on the region, despite their relatively short existence. Number 3. Göbekli Tepe. In the southeastern part of modern-day Turkey lies a place that has rewritten history. Göbekli Tepe, meaning Hill of the Potters in Turkish, was once thought to be just another archaeological site. But in 1963, excavations uncovered something so groundbreaking that it shook the very foundations of our understanding of human history. Göbekli Tepe turned out to be the oldest known temple in the world. Carbon dating reveals that it was constructed around 9600 BCE, a staggering 12,000 years ago. To put that into perspective, Stonehenge wasn't built until around 3000 BCE, and the Egyptian pyramids a few thousand years after that. The sheer antiquity of Göbekli Tepe challenges conventional timelines of civilization, forcing us to question what else might lie hidden in the annals of history. But that's not the strangest part. As excavations continued, archaeologists discovered that the site had been intentionally buried several times. Over the millennia, entire layers of the settlement were covered with soil, seemingly erased from existence. What could have prompted such drastic measures? Was it a ritualistic practice? A means to preserve the site? Or was there a more sinister reason behind the burials? This enigmatic aspect of Göbekli Tepe adds another layer of mystery to this already perplexing site. What secrets lie beneath those buried layers? What purpose did they serve in the lives of our ancestors? Unraveling these mysteries could provide invaluable insights into the dawn of human civilization. Number 2. Tartessos. According to Greek historians, off the southwestern coast of Europe, there existed a mythical kingdom known as Tartessos. Its legendary capital, Gades, was believed to be the home of immense wealth and a hub of international trade. But it wasn't just the wealth that made Tartessos famous. The Greeks associated it with a mystical quality. Some historians, like Strabo, believe that the region was none other than the lost Atlantis. This mythical island kingdom, first described by Plato, was said to have been swallowed by the sea, leaving behind only whispers of its former glory. The idea that Tartessos could be Atlantis has captured the imagination of many. Could this have been the seat of a highly advanced civilization that ultimately met a watery demise? The allure of this theory is hard to resist. Unfortunately, no archaeological evidence has been found to support the idea that Tartessos was actually Atlantis. But that doesn't mean that Tartessos wasn't a real place. Recent studies have shown that the legendary kingdom likely existed around the 8th century BC. Its people were skilled metalworkers and traders, but they vanished from history around the 6th century BC. So what happened to them, and where did they go? One theory suggests that Tartessos was destroyed by a tsunami or a violent earthquake. Another theory attributes their disappearance to the rise of Carthage, which may have led to the decline of Tartessos as a significant power. However, the truth remains elusive. Despite its legendary status, Tartessos is shrouded in mystery. Little is known about its culture, customs, or even the fate of its people. Number 1. Nabta Playa. In the vast expanse of Egypt's western desert lies a prehistoric site that rivals the grandeur of the pyramids. It's called Nabta Playa. Now you might be thinking, well, another pyramid, right? But hold on, because this site is much older than the pyramids, and it holds secrets that challenge our understanding of ancient Egypt. It's not just an ordinary archaeological site. It is a testament to the ingenuity and cosmic curiosity of nomadic tribes who lived there around 4,000 years ago. That's about 1,000 years before the construction of the pyramids began. These ancient nomads, far from being primitive, were deeply connected to the cosmos. At Nabta Playa, they built structures meticulously aligned with the cardinal points of the compass and the rising and setting points of the sun during the equinoxes. But that's not all. Their structures also correspond to the positions of certain stars in the night sky. Talk about star-studded architecture. These alignments show a deep understanding of astronomy, challenging the notion that sophisticated astronomical knowledge was exclusive to settled civilizations. What's even more remarkable is that these sites predate some of the most iconic structures in world history. The pyramids, which are thousands of years younger, have similar alignments. This suggests that the ancient Egyptians weren't the only ones charting the skies. No, the people of Nabta Playa beat them to the cosmic punch. But who were these nomads, and what motivated them to create these incredible structures? Unfortunately, written records from this era are scarce, leaving us with more questions than answers. Who were these builders, and what prompted them to align their structures with celestial bodies? We may never know the definitive answers, but Nabta Playa stands as a beacon of human curiosity and ingenuity, reminding us that our ancestors were far more advanced than we often give them credit for. These aren't just forgotten chapters in dusty textbooks. They're warnings, riddles, and proof that our past is far stranger than we've ever imagined. Which of these civilizations fascinated you most? Or did we miss one that you think deserves the spotlight? Drop a comment, tag a friend who loves a good mystery, and don't forget to like, save, and share. And if you want more reality-bending stories like this, you know what to do. Subscribe to iqbites. New episodes every week. See you in the next one.